Hi guys, part 3, Magical Fairies coloring book, and this is what we've got so far. Her other wing is done, and her dots are done, so we are added a little green on the top of her gloves, just, shaded it a little bit. So we are going to do her hair, like I said, kind of in the same as the leaves are down here. And that gives me 3 shades of green. So the green colors are dark green 908, spring green 913, and of course my favorite color, yellow, canary yellow 916. And they're the only 3 colors I'm going to use, hopefully. I will probably go over the dots that she has in her hair because I can put the Posca in there. I'll get you down a little closer. And we will put the highlights in. Might have to sharpen my poor pencil. Tiny, tiny pencil. I want to put wisps of hair on her, so I have to have a sharper point. So if you followed the videos so far, what do you think? She's turned out pretty good, considering I really had no idea what I was doing to begin with. Okay, we will have to start off with the yellow and put it in the highlights. So it's because it's the lightest color. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of stick it in here. She doesn't have a lot of hair to play around with, but we can give her some highlights here. Something in that line. And then we will go in with the green. Just kind of bring it up into the yellow. I'll have to put some highlights there. She's got a little star here. And then the little bubbles go up. Kind of a spray. We're pretending that is the wind of our fairy. I'm doing the element fairy. Because I wanted to get some practice in, so. Never done the fire before, and I thought it turned out pretty decent. Then we're adding in her earthy element here with the plants and the greenery. Just going to go right over those flowers. I'm going to be a little more tender with, but and dots I'm just going to use the Posca pen on. Kind of just going from where the hair connects would be the darkest spots, and where it's the highest is the highlighted parts. You're really not going to see the blades of hair, but I know they're kind of there. Okay, I'm going to go back in with the yellow. Kind of bring in a little more of the spring green. Sorry, my computer keeps blinging. I might throw some Posca in that also. So we have her greenish hair. The stars and flowers. I thought I'd do them in a pink, and I'm debating because there is no pink on the picture. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just kind of do it in orange and red, kind of like the fire colors. So on the flowers down here, we will just put in a yellow center, and then orange around that, and halfway up the petal. Get it towards the edges, and then we'll just go in with the raspberry and do the edges on the outside. And then they kind of match the whole kit and caboodle that's going on top. I'll just use the yellow to blend that all together. And we'll do the same on her belt. So a little yellow center, and then some orange halfway up. And then the red. And bring in the yellow and blend. the stars in her hair. Do them the same way. Make them yellow, that way I can bring the yellow through here. And then a little orange on the tips. And just drag it up into the center. And a little bit of the red. Do the same thing, just a tiny tip. And then bring it all together with the yellow. Okay, another color that I used down in the vines and everything was chocolate, so I'm going to add a little chocolate to her hair, just to give it that same kind of look. Just kind of here and there, and making sure I touch the yellow because then it stands out. Get really close to her lips there. Just kind of like that. And that kind of gives it the same look that's down here. I might end up playing with that just a little bit more. Okay, I have to do her gloves. I totally forgot about that. So we're going to do them in the green. Just the two tones on the green down here. So we're going to lightly do it in the spring green. Another kind of fishnetty, but I'm going to make them green gloves. And I missed a piece right there that should be black. So I'll have to fix that at some point. Okay, and then we will add the darker green in the shadow areas. Here at the wrist and up on the top where the glove comes down, and here at the wrist and where it holds or is behind the skirt on that side. So wrist here, where the thumb comes out, the tip of the fingers, the wrist here, and the top of the glove. And to fix that little spot, I'm just going to use a black pencil here. Not exactly, she's supposed to be holding on to that, but there we go. Okay, so what we have left is the border. And you'll notice that the border has the flowers, or leafage, or greenage, or plant life down here. So we're going to do that. The yellows and the greens, like we did the other ones. So I'll just add some greenage in here. And then we will use the darkest green to shade the darkest areas. As soon as I find that one. Okay. So we just add that in. So we're going to do the plants all the way around the same way. There are about 3. There's also this little guy here. And that kind of reminds me of the little ones we did up here. So I will go ahead and do those in the green also. Just kind of like that. We'll add a little of the green, and then the rest of that will be done in the yellow, just to brighten it up a little and blend all those colors. So there, and we're going to blend these colors down. So all the corners will look like that, same way. And we're going to do the outside border with the dots in blue. So I'll show you just a little section of this. So we're just going to go up on the inside with the light blue. I shouldn't say light blue, this is powder blue. And it'll just go up like that, and then we will take the electric blue and kind of go almost to the edge. And then we will take the indigo and go to the edge, bringing it down into the electric blue. Darkest up there, and then just bring it on down. And that will be the way I do the whole outside area, like that. Okay, then the inside little area here, we're going to do with a little bit of yellow here and there. I've got green on that yellow pen. Just kind of sporadically here and there. And then we're going to go in with the yellowed orange. Next to that, and kind of into it, and then we will bring in some orange and darken that up just a bit. And then we will bring in the raspberry and do the outside line here and bring it down in some spots. Not all the way, just in a little bit. Then we'll go back over it with the yellow, that's orange to yellow, orange. Gosh, I'm so sorry. And blend that. And then anywhere that is still open, we will just come in with yellow. And basically, that's what I'll do all the way around. Now this is going to be kind of tedious. And there's a lot of it. So, I don't know if you want to watch that. But it goes all the way up, all the way around, and all the way down to here. And what I'll go ahead and do is finish it. This is going to be a kind of a quick video. Finish that up, and then I will come back and do her headpiece. And gosh darn, I think that's about it if I get that part done. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Kind of an easier way to do it, so I thought I'd just run a little bit of yellow and then just go through it with the orange. Then I'll go back and do the red. So basically all I'm doing is taking the yellow first. I don't want to run the orange next to these guys, so I'm just putting it in. Found another piece that should be black. What do I do with that black pen? So this is the Black Scholar pencil. Goes in rather nicely. Okay, so then, I'm just doing it kind of high and low. If you can see this portion of it, get it next to the things, and then I'll go in with the orange, and I'll do the same thing. This one there, go up. This one I'll go down, and just kind of go around the areas, because I have to go back over these anyway, so don't have to be so particular about it. This, I did get a little of the blue in here, so I'm going to have to do that red. Okay, then we go in here, and I want the red on the outside, so I just scoot it on down in any area that needs it darker. I'll go ahead and stick it down in there. I don't want too much of it near the little pieces that I have already colored up here. So just going around corner here. Try not to get it in the plant life. I could make a plant life a succulent. They have red tips. Around the corner and back down this side. What's nice is this frame is not 100% even. Okay, let me just go back around with the yellow and drag all that together. And I have to do this little corner too. Okay, the red is done, and the blue. Yep, wherever the blue is here. Try not to get any of the red up. Electric blue here. I'm using the side of the pencil so it colors quicker. It will pull up the paper more than. Okay, and the indigo blue. And then back in with the blue powder blue. It just blends them all together. I got a lot of stuff sticking to my arm. Okay, I'm going to be careful here because I don't want to pick up the red. And the blue here. And I'm pressing pretty hard here, that's why the wax is building up. And I'm trying to work faster. It's getting late and I want to get finished. Okay. I don't know if you've ever done that. You'll have to let me know. It's getting late and I want to finish the picture. So you can hurry it up. And I'm very proud of myself. I did not, even though I wanted to, reach into my distress inks for this. It's all pencil. Little gel pen, which I'm probably going to add a little bit more of. Okay. Okay, we got to put a little here. Try not to touch any of the other. It's no big deal if you do. It's just another color you can blend in with everything else. I just want to bring it up in here a little bit. I put some shadows down. I want to get a little more of that blue in there. And then okay, so that's how that is done. Okay, I got a little bit more to do, and then these plants, but I will finish that off camera. And I need to color in her little star, so I'm going to use the neon yellow I used before and just give that a little more brightness in there. And I'll do that on the little sprays that come out too. Now this kind of comes up as a crown, so I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to give a little shading in here with this green. And then I probably should put a little down here on her belt. Okay, the dark green. Put a little bit of that in there too. The neon pen, if I didn't mention it before, is a Scholar pen. I like mixing them. Okay, so Posca pen is next. So her belt got a little shading down here and her star up there. Posca pen is going to just work on all these little pearls or bubbles in her hair. I'm going to, like I did down below, get rid of the black lines. It takes 2 coats to do that, at least with mine it does. Don't have to worry about that up here because I painted over. And like what I did down in her dress, I will probably add a few more of these around, just light ones. And maybe a couple in her little gloves here. And in the flowers. Just dress those up a little bit. So I probably should do that in her belt here too. They had little dots on them. There we go. And I'm going to add a few more up here. To make it more whimsical. Maybe some on these stars. Yeah, I know, I go a little nuts when it comes to this stuff. If you don't have a Posca pen, you can always use a gel pen. It works the same. Okay. So that's enough of the pen. Maybe. I'm going to finish the border and then I will take a picture of it at the end. If I add anything else, I will let you know. Thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Okay, last bit. I finished her up and I'm going to try to show you the sparkles I put on her. So she has it in her hair. Don't know if it'll catch it. But up in her crown, across her top, across her waist, so that we can see this shimmer, and then down on the flowers over here, and then it's all down in her skirt. Okay, just wanted you to be able to see that because I know in a photo it's just not going to take. So it's sparkling in her hair and all in her wings too. If you notice the tips, I went through with a gel pen and sparkled up the tips of her wings and the little starfish, or the stars in her hair. I'm calling them starfish to go with the waves in her skirt. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, thumbs it up, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for sticking with this video. 3 parts, 3 hours. Wow. See you guys in the next video. Bye now.